What is up, everyone? It's your boy, Reckless Fox here, rocking with me today for this Defenders review is my boy, my partner in crime, one of my horsemen of the apocalypse of the Scroll Club gaming community. It is MrGodChild15. Take it away.
Hey, what it do? This your boy Godchild. God bless y'all.
Alrighty then, and we apologize, guys. We were gonna review this last week, but scheduling conflicts. My boy GC has a new job and he's going back to school as we are recording this.
Speaking of which, tomorrow.
Oh yeah, by the way, as we are recording this, and we are also live on Twitch. So if you guys would love to be part of the talk, we are always on Twitch at twitch.tv/recklessfox, where we do our live reviews and let's plays and X, Y, and Z. But yeah, as we are recording, me and MrGodChild15 are going to be going back to school August 28th, 2017, which is tomorrow, and that's Monday. I have a night class, which I'm really excited about. And yeah, but enough about that. We're not here to talk about our personal lives. That will come later on. We're here to talk about Marvel's Defenders, one of the most anticipated shows on Netflix since sliced bread. And before we get into the initial review, GC, I want to ask, what did you think about Defenders? You go first.
Man.
That's it?
Well, for real, it's like a discount Avengers. That's pretty much what it is, whatever. Because, I get it. You got the Daredevil series, you got the Jessica Jones series, you got the Luke Cage series, and you also got the Iron Fist series. So basically, all coming together is like I like how they mix and combine the universe together, but mostly so focus on the Iron Fist series of stopping the hand. So, but overall, it was pretty good. I like it. At just certain moments that I was kind of confused, or certain moments and certain characters, but overall, it kind of had my mind like blown towards the end. So we'll get to that in a moment.
Yeah. My initial thought of Defenders was they needed this. They really did. Don't get me wrong. I defended Iron Fist. Y'all can rewatch our Iron Fist review. I defended Iron Fist, knowing full well what I was running into. I understand Iron Fist did have a ton of problems. I did say that in my initial review of Iron Fist, that the show could have been well done. It could have been well made had Marvel not been Scrooge McDucking the entire time. But other than that, this show was pretty good. I fairly admit that. Did it blow my expectations? Yes and no. We'll get more into that. I'm happy that the Defenders are finally got their show. I've been waiting for Defenders to get their own show, and they finally did it. And yeah, I'm happy with the results. There are things that annoyed me about the show, but it didn't take away my enjoyment of it. I think the show was done very well. Well, it was done well. I won't say very well, but it was done well, pretty well. It's like a medium well steak. So, but we'll get into that in a minute. So, GC, here we're gonna go down the line. So, what did you think of the show overall? Like, what was something that you liked? We can go through all the episodes and stuff like that, but what was something that stood out to you the most in the show?
Oh, okay. First of all, just overall, I just thought it was just well done. Just as in where they focus on each and every character, basically have their background, where they come from. Basically, you had Daredevil, where sadly he's pretty much in retirement of himself. Just get that part. He's in retirement because he just want to focus on basically, just him, basically being a good lawyer, fighting the real fight of injustice, basically in our whack justice system.
Okay,
right now.
Real quick, in fairness, the reason why Daredevil retired is because his Punani Elektra was killed off up until now. So let's not completely jump the gun and be like, oh no, Daredevil retired so he could do some good. No, he retired because of the fact that his booty call was murdered in front of him. Okay, let's not get it twisted. All right. Elektra died in front of him. He's like, oh man, this is my side squeeze. I can't do anything about it no more. And in my main squeeze, I already told her I was Daredevil. I can't go back no more.
But even in the movie, he moved on. I mean,
we don't talk about we don't talk about that movie. That movie is piss poor. That movie was so piss poor.
But at least he moved on. Once Elektra passed, he moved on. He didn't quit being Daredevil.
That's because of the main fact that the Elektra spin-off movie that they try to make, that movie was just as bad, if not worse, than Daredevil. And they were like, okay, we're gonna ignore everything that happens in Daredevil, even though we watched her die. We did the death of the Elektra story. But okay, we're getting off tangents. I apologize. But continue what you were saying. Yeah. We'll get into that in a minute because yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just basically just as is, pretty much still in retirement, and you basically got Jessica Jones, who's basically still doing what she do best, just basically taking cases, and also basically just coming off of just a missing husband from his wife and his daughter, basically just concerned of his whereabouts and his activity, as well as Luke Cage. Somehow he wound up back in prison, and moving on.
By the way, no, because if you're trying to spoil it, by the way, guys, this is a spoiler review. Let's put it out right now. If you have not watched the show, please be aware this is a spoiler review. If you do not care about spoilers, then cool. If you do, you've been warned. We're about to spoil the hell out of this show because it's only 8 episodes. I powered through this in like one go. So if you need to, go and power through it and then come back and listen to the review later. All right, so go ahead. You said Luke was in jail, and
you basically got Danny Rand, who's basically like just moving press pass of the journey, just as in fighting in search of the hand, and basically just come at it. Because I like the part as in it's not really a sequel, but it's like in the mid sequel where you see what the direction is heading at, where the expectation that they just might come up with a season 2 of Iron Fist, where he's just still pursuing the hand and chasing down different foes of gathering information of their whereabouts. Because as you left off, those who haven't seen Iron Fist, basically just we thought Bakuto was dead, but evidently he's not. He's pretty much still alive. But but pretty much you come across this mysterious dark woman who basically just as an assassin who just taking out any witnesses that basically has to do anything of exposing the hand's whereabouts, not knowing the fact that later on, I'm gonna get to you in a minute, or I'll let my boy Reckless, continue on with this part, where basically he's taking out the witnesses, and here comes basically Danny, just as okay, here, can I just put this out there right now?
Go ahead.
I get it's Iron Fist, but literally just one fist glowing, like as many years that he spent training and mastering, the arts at Kung Lao, he could not focus his chi in anywhere else but his body, just that one fist.
Okay, I'm gonna get to that in a minute because I know that's like the crux of a lot of people's problems with Iron Fist. I understand that a lot. Because I watched before we did this, I did watch some reviews of Defenders, and a lot of people do have a problem with Danny and how, because Danny is pretty much the protagonist of the entire show. He is the backbone of the show because the hand needs Danny to open a gate, and then you find out that gate is just for the hand to take the bones of the dragon he killed to become Iron Fist. So, but I'm gonna get to that in a minute. I think what you're missing, GC, is the fact that when it comes to Defenders and stuff, like when it comes to the hand, like the whole Black Sky thing, the Illuminati. If you want to call it that, go ahead. Pretty much is like this, because I will correct you real quick. Jessica's not doing what she's doing. Jessica's getting drunk, okay? Jessica's getting drunk, talking trash, and hanging out with Patsy the entire time because she's like, okay, I just snapped this dude's neck in front of the New York Harbor. I can't do my job right now. I'm a little effed up still. Luke Cage gets his. Alright, let me get it right now. Luke Cage gets his coffee. Because the show... the show picks up about a month or so after the events of Iron Fist. For those of you who don't know, Iron Fist ends with him and Colleen going back to China to get to Kung Lun, and Kung Lun has disappeared. And then it leaves you on a cliffhanger, knowing full well that Iron Fist now has to track down the hand and track out any members of Kung Lun who managed to get out of there. And then we pick up where GC was talking about. Daredevil's not in retirement. Daredevil's just postponing. He's like, I'm done. I'm taking my behind back to church, and I'm about to win some cases and make some money. Jessica's like, I need some more alcohol. Luke Cage gets off the bus and gets his Dominican cream coffee, and demolishes her, breaks her in half, essentially. Because Rosario Dawson is just that damn fine, and you would you would break your back. Any dude would break their back to legit get in some Dominican coffee creamer. I'm just saying. Like, they ain't waste no time. And then essentially what happens is an earthquake happens in freaking New York, and you find out it's the Hand, who is led by Alexandra, played by the greatest mom of all time, Sigourney Weaver. And you find out that Sigourney Weaver is actually the head of the Hand, and you find out more throughout the show you find out more about the Hand, in which her, Madame Gao, Bakudo, Swade, who's some black African dude, and what was that dude's name?
It started with the M. He appeared in Daredevil.
Nobu Sensei, the guy who trained Nobu in season 1 and season 2 of Daredevil. His sensei, they're pretty much the main villains. Well, lack thereof, and we'll get to that in a minute. And you find out that Alexandra brought Elektra back with Black Sky. And they actually teased Black Sky in season 1 of Daredevil because Stick was like, hey, Maddie, I need you to help me with this problem. It's like, Stick, you're a dick. It takes one to know one, Maddie. I need your help. So pretty much it's like this. Look, Maddie, I need your help. I need you to help me kill this kid. Oh, no, Stick, this is not cool. Shut up, Maddie. You're going to help me. Stop being a dick, Stick. It takes one to know one, Maddie. You're going to help me or not. Too late, you're going to help me anyway. So, pretty much Rick and Mortying this stuff. And essentially, this all leads to the fact that all 4 of them are now taking a case in which Jessica Jones is taking a case because some mom and her daughter were like, hey, my husband's acting stupid. I need you to find out what's going on. He's probably cheating on me. Luke Cage is like, hey, Misty Knight's telling me this kid needs help because he's probably working for Mariah, which is now hinting on what's going to happen in season 2 of Luke Cage. Iron Fist is like, I gotta use my white privilege to take this corporation down because my enterprise is still dealing with them. And Daredevil's like, hey, yo, Jessica, I know you dealing with this, so I'm gonna help you right here. And then they all come together. They start fighting the Hand. You find out more and more on why each and every one of them took it, and why Stick needs the 4 of them to work together to defeat the Hand. That's pretty much the premise of the entire show. What I like about the show is the fact that you get to see that chemistry. This is something that's been building up since 2015 when Daredevil came out. Was it 2015 or 16 when Daredevil season 1 of Daredevil came out? It was 2015. It was like spring of 2015 when Daredevil first came out. You were looking forward to more because you were told Jessica Jones is coming, you were told Luke Cage is coming, you were told Iron Fist is coming, and this was built. It's like the Avengers, like GC said at the beginning. This is your street level Avengers, and you're waiting for this team up to happen. And it's not like the Avengers because of the fact that they all don't really like each other, with the exception of Luke Cage and Jessica Jones, since Luke Cage went down her DMs in season 1 of Jessica Jones and legit had his vanilla latte prime and ready, if you know what I mean. I enjoyed the chemistry. I especially enjoyed the chemistry of Mike Coulter and Finn Jones as Luke Cage and Danny Rand's respectively. I like their camaraderie, and honestly, I don't want a season 2 of Luke Cage and Luke Cage and Iron Fist. I honestly want them to just go in for Heroes for Hire, because essentially they're building up Heroes for Hire, and I'm actually very much excited for that. I enjoyed the chemistry between Daredevil and Jessica Jones, like the whole you're an a-hole, you're a dick type of thing. Like, I really like that. And I think what I really admire about this show the most is the lighting. I love the lighting in the show because every time there's a scene split where you're going from Matt to Jessica to Luke to Danny, you see that that different tinted color for each and every one of them. With Daredevil, it's more of like it's kind of red, but in certain areas, but it's not all the way where it's like crimson red, like, hey, this is Daredevil. And then with Jessica Jones, the whole scene is just blue, and because of the fact that blue and violet, that's her color. That's her color scheme in the show, in Jessica Jones, and in its opening. With Luke Cage, it's more yellow and orange. With Danny, it's green like his money. So I don't know. I like that. I do like Sigourney Weaver's performance. I think Sigourney Weaver had a great performance. I wish that Sigourney Weaver was still the villain. I don't like the way she went out. We'll get into that in a minute. And overall, I really like the scenes when they're all fighting together and fighting one another. I really enjoyed that, especially the final episode where they all are fighting underground and stuff before the building explodes. I really like that.
And I love the choreography. The fight choreography was awesome.
The fight choreography was great. I think for Finn Jones's fight choreography, I think it was vastly improved compared to season 1 of Daredevil. Because again, my biggest crux with season 1 of Iron Fist. With Iron Fist, my crux with season 1 of Iron Fist.
You might as well.
I'm about to say no, because I said Daredevil. I said Daredevil originally. My bad. But with Iron Fist, the biggest problem with Iron Fist is the fight choreography. You're dealing with a character in Marvel that's supposed to be a master of every single martial arts. Okay? And with Finn Jones, watching Finn Jones fight or watching his stunt doubles and the editing fight, I feel as if I'm watching a season of Arrow. Like not even like season 2 or season 5. I'm talking like season 1 of Arrow, where there's so many jump cuts to show that like this is not like, oh, this is supposed to be, you know, the Green Arrow, but it's not. It's supposed to be Steve Amell, but it's not. With this one's like, oh, it's supposed to be Finn Jones, but it's not, because let's just face it, Finn Jones can't do flash kick style. Now Charlie Cox can probably, because Charlie Cox can fool me. Okay, he can fool me, because with that hallway scene in season 1, season 2, flawless. You can't touch that. With Iron Fist, not so much. And that's the biggest problem with Iron Fist. I'm glad, though, that in this show, that the fight choreography seems improved, and hopefully they get a better choreographer for Season 2 of Iron Fist. Because Season 2 of Iron Fist, you're going in, knowing full well what happens at the end, with Daredevil probably dead, for what he believes he's dead. Everyone thinks that Daredevil is dead at this point. Now he's becoming the savior of the streets of New York, because Spider-Man's nowhere to be seen, because they don't want Spider-Man to be dealing with the Defenders. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll get into the dislikes in a minute, because I know you got some things. So what were your likes about it? What did you like about the show?
So far, just as the chemistry from each and every character, and just pretty much the dialogue, where each basically come from very distinct backgrounds that come together, and also just as in they both basically come together as in when it comes to info and intel on the knowledge of the criminal organization of the Hand. As in where you hear Daredevil basically come across saying, like, you know, he's been tracking them, you know, for a while now as well. But he also know the potential and the threat that is hold, where these ain't no ordinary criminal organization. Like, literally, they are everywhere. Like, literally everywhere. That's why I keep putting that reference in. It's like, oh man, because when I first seen it, it was like, you know, oh man, this is pretty much the Illuminati or whatever. Because pretty much that's what it is. And basically you got, you know, Danny Rand, who pretty much is just as in tracking them down, is to basically his purpose is to end the Hand. And in spite of basically what people's, you know, positive or negative reviews or their intake on the organization itself, that's where he basically created, you know, and his purpose to be is to defeat the Hand. And
which he will remind you every single episode. Oh my god. He reminds people every single episode. It got to the point where Jessica Jones just told that dude to shut the hell up, and I'm just happy about that. Like, dude, shut up. We get it. Shut the hell up. Dude, you got some hot booty next to you. You got a blind dude who's a ninja. You got a black man telling you how privileged you are, and who's gonna deal with your crap.
That part right there.
We'll get to that.
That was intense,
dude. I will say that was my favorite. That was one of my favorite parts of the show. Luke Cage, man. Luke Cage needs to be in like everything now because he'll check your ass and put you in your place, bruh. Like I was so happy about that. I honestly didn't expect that. I really did it though, because I thought when they were talking about when Danny was mentioning like I was adopted by monks and I fought a dragon, and then he started laughing like, oh okay, these guys are gonna get along perfectly well, and then Danny becomes an a-hole, and then freaking Luke Cage is like, look, you privileged ass white boy. Shut the That's essentially what he did. Excuse my language, but like that's essentially he's like, man, shut your white ass up. You billionaire looking. But yeah, like I enjoyed that. It was a little too on the nose though. Yeah,
you basically just addressed like you was born with a silver spoon in your mouth, and basically I came from the hood or whatever, so you basically don't know how it's like, basically in the streets.
No. It was more like this, bruh. You grew up with millions. You came back to millions. You came back. You were born in billions. You came back in billions. Me, nigga, my dad was a preacher and a hoe. Okay, like you got it made. My dad was a hoe and I went to jail for no reason. Okay, and when I was trying to clean up the streets, I got thrown back in jail. Because of some crap that I got put into when I was a cop. You can't say nothing, okay? You can't be judge, jury, and executioner, and you can't execute me because I'm bulletproof and I have unbreakable skin unless you use that little glowy fist and knock me out. But yeah.
Oh man, not to mention, they did congratulate Luke Cage of going through a whole entire, I wouldn't say a whole entire year, but just the whole entire year he was in prison with no fights. No instigation, no nothing or whatever. So basically, just a clean slate. I don't know if the inmates, basically heard word on the street of who he is or who he was or whatever. So they basically just like, okay, I'm not gonna mess with him. I'm not gonna test him. I'm not gonna take his booty.
First of all, you saw in the first episode how all the inmates was like, yeah, man, Luke, you getting out, man. You getting out. Like, so essentially, he already won the respects of all the inmates, and I'm pretty sure that's the same prison he was already in. Either that or it was Rikers, and if that was Rikers prison, then likely or not, they just helped set up season 3 of Daredevil, if that's the case. Because if it's Rikers Island, Kingpin is still locked up in jail, and I'm sure the guy from Jessica Jones is as well. So yeah, like if it is, then they just helped set up season 3 of Daredevil, which is probably gonna be the most lit season that Netflix Marvel has ever had. Like I'm excited for season 3, but we'll get to that at the end of the review. But here we'll get into our negatives in a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
What else did you like about the show?
Just as of course the supporting cast, a lot of references as well.
My boo Misty Knight, my boo and my everything. Oh my god.
I'm still stuck on that part of everything. Okay, don't get me wrong. I love Claire, but that's just me and everything because I'm attracted to dark-skinned women.
Of course you are. You're married to a dark-skinned girl.
But why not Misty? It's just that one time on the first episode, they were just like, deuces.
Bruh, dog, have you seen Mike Coulter? Have you... dude... If I was a woman, I'd jump on that, okay? That's a different story, but, like, dude, it's Mike Coulter. It's Luke Cage. Do you see this dude? Do you see that? What? No, any woman would get their hands on Luke. Now, even though Luke has his eyes for one woman, and that's Claire, maybe, but, yeah, like, it's Luke Cage. Misty Knight was gonna jump on that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, one time, then instantly friend zone.
In fairness, she tried to lock him up. In fairness, she tried to put him away, even though he was doing good. So I will disagree. I'm gonna wholeheartedly disagree on you on that. I'm sorry. She tried to throw him in jail. Okay, she was a 5-0. I'm sorry. And yeah, he got with a nurse who so happens to have fought ninjas on her own. But yeah.
But that is the great part of it because you got the interconnection that's in basically in the precinct that can pull the strings around and also cover for you if any disaster comes about or whatever. But she tried the best she could, towards the end. We'll get to that in a minute, but
all right, I'm gonna jump in first. I'm gonna jump in with my negatives, okay? Because I'm glad that we spent a week before we did this, because honestly, there's so much I liked about the show, but then when I look at it, I'm like, there's some things in the show that honestly threw me off. One of them is Elektra, okay? And the reason why I say Elektra is because, okay, you did the death of Elektra in season 2 of Daredevil, so we already knew that she was gonna come back, because at the end of season 2, she the hand now has her, and they put her in a tomb and stuff like that. So we don't know what they were gonna do, and then you find out that Alexandra used the black sky thing to bring her back to life. And the biggest problem I have with that is that Alexandra, her main motivation on why she brought Elektra back is because she never had a daughter of her. Well, I think didn't they say she had a daughter?
I didn't really catch it.
I think she had a kid. I don't remember, but like she wanted like a daughter, and I'm like, bruh, are you you're dying, and all you want is a daughter, nigga? Then go adopt a little girl, fam. Like go adopt some kids. Then why are you bringing Elektra back? Because I want a daughter. Like nigga, no, get out of here with that. We don't. That's number one. Number two is, why Alexandra? Why is she the head of the hand? First of all, you had Bakuto, Madame Gao, Suade, who I assume was going to be the next villain to Luke Cage, because my initial thought was the first 3 episodes of the Defenders was pretty much setting up events that are going to happen in the next shows. Like with Luke Cage, Harlem is you have a guy who's working for the Hand who is trying to recruit kids from Harlem to join the Hand and stuff, and Luke Cage is gonna have to beat him down and beat down beat down on Mariah as well. With Iron Fist, you were saying at the fact that he's gonna have to fight more of the Hand, and as well as Daredevil. So it felt like they were setting up both Daredevil and Iron Fist becoming going into their respective shows, like crossing over and stuff a lot, because Daredevil and Iron Fist fight the Hand on a daily basis in the comic book. And with Jessica Jones, I don't know what they were setting up. I think they were just setting up the fact that she's about to reopen Alias, which is gonna be a good thing, because Alias is a big thing in the Marvel Comics for Jessica Jones, because she helps the streets, and she also helps her friends who are superheroes, like Captain Marvel, who's her best friend, or Spider-Man, who she was trying to smash in high school and stuff like that. But comic book wise, she ain't trying to smash a 15-year-old. Let's get that straight. But yeah, like that's what I assume. And then next thing you know, I feel as if after episode 5, the show kind of went down, like it kind of botched some landings. Like, I feel like the whole thing about them focusing on Iron Fist, like I understand that Iron Fist is the key to beating the Hand, but like dog, you were in a Chinese restaurant with a dude who can't get shot, a chick who we don't really know the extent of her powers, and a dude who's a blind ninja. You're the one thing you're gonna talk about is, I have to beat the Hand. I have to beat the Hand. I have to beat the Hand. This is my destiny. I have to beat the Hand. Like, bruh, we get it. You need to beat the Hand. Beat your hand off or something like that. I don't know. Do whatever. But dude, you are in the midst of dudes who have legit abilities other than you, and all you want to talk about is the Hand. You sound like a jealous ex-girlfriend right now. And on top of that, like, Iron Fist is the reason why a lot of bad things happen to the rest of the characters. Like, Stick goes psycho and tries to kill him because of the fact that he's like, okay, if we can't protect the Iron Fist, and likely or not, the Hand's gonna get him, I'm going to have to kill him. And then he knocks out Luke Cage with those, incense that got him so high and made him pass out. And then,
honestly, I thought that was a last resort, where if all was lost, I have to kill him.
Yeah, and that's another one. And another thing is, and I hope you caught on with this. Does it feel as if like the characters, like Jessica Jones, for instance, like in her show, you saw that she can like jump really, really high.
Yeah.
And also with Luke Cage, you can see that he can jump really, really high. How come how come when Stick was about to kill Danny, or when Elektra fought Stick, why didn't Jessica do her super jump?
There's a lot more people that just Stick and Elektra. But yeah, go ahead.
No, it's not that. It's like, okay, I'm trying to get to Elektra, and I'm trying to get the Stick before he kills Danny. Why? You should have just super jumped. Why didn't you just super jump? We clearly saw in Jessica Jones, she was super jumping onto buildings. She was super jumping away from a bomb. She jumped off a building and would glide it down very slowly and stuff. Like, we didn't see none of that. Like, why did you? Honestly, she's probably the most powerful character aside from Luke Cage. Well, yeah.
Honestly, I feel they kind of dumbed her down on this season.
I don't know why. Why? That's the thing. Like, that's what I don't understand. Like, why would you dumb down possibly your strongest person on your team other than Luke Cage and Iron Fist and Daredevil? Well, they're all strong, but honestly, Jessica Jones, when you think about it, and if you're gonna go into the comic books, Jessica Jones is probably the strongest out of all of those fools. And you downgrade her so much. Like, I don't get it. And I don't get why, like, honestly, we should have saw more of the supporting cast. Like, I don't get why, like, Karen, freaking, Patsy, Colleen, and Misty, like, they're all in one room. Like, I'm surprised, like, Claire, who is essentially the glue to everything, why wasn't Claire like, hey, yo, I met you before, Foggy, what's up? I met you before, what's up? Listen, all your peoples are all superpowered people. I hope y'all know that. They about to go fight some Illuminati stuff right now. And honestly, I think that's my problem. My biggest problem with the show is I honestly don't think. I honestly wanted it to be 10 episodes. Like, I'm glad the show was not 13 episodes because there's then you're just dragging it. I think it was if it was at 10 episodes, I would have been happy with it because you would have flushed out more of the characters. You would have flushed out the supporting characters as well. Like, I liked Foggy and Matt's interaction because Foggy knows that Matt's Daredevil and he knows that Karen knows and stuff like that. Like, I like that. I want more of that. The show left me wanting more. And I think when people say the show was rushed, I tend to agree, but I agree and disagree at the same time. I do feel that the show was rushed because of the fact that Marvel essentially did a bad job with Iron Fist, and they need to make up with it, so they had Defenders come out immediately after. But also, I feel as if, like, the show could have been 10 episodes. Y'all could have pushed another 2 episodes down. Either that or I don't know. Maybe they just weren't thinking. My problem with it is essentially my problem with X-Men Days of Future Past, where it's like you assume that we're gonna forget some of these things, but we didn't. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure because I want to make sure I'm clear on that. And honestly, another problem, and this is probably my last problem, the lack of villains. When I said the lack of villains, it's like this. Alexandra is the head of the hand, which is a big problem with me, and I'm going to go back into that, because I totally forgot to mention this. Madame Gao has been in pretty much every show, aside from Jessica Jones and Luke Cage. She was in Daredevil and Iron Fist. She was a figure. She was a shadowy figure on seeing everything that's happening, and she can force push niggas. Okay, this girl has this old broad has the force. Okay,
Lady Yoda.
Broad. Okay, she a broad. She's a damn broad. Okay, this old broad has the force. Okay, why isn't she the head of the hand? Why isn't Bakudo the head of the? Okay, I understand her and Bakudo because they was fighting in Iron Fist.
I prefer Madame Gao to be head of the hand because just as in her age, her wisdom, and her master to manipulate into your head and to basically control you, regardless if you can be as strong at will to basically focus on something or overcome it, whatever. She just has that thing of just going into the deep part of your brain or in your heart or whatever,
and completely messing you up.
It just basically turn that thing around. Like, you basically be confident and get it all together, but it's just that one word that she'll say will basically just have you all come crashing down.
She mentally rips you a new one. But yeah, but it's not just that. Like, another thing, like, it could have been Mao Gao. It could have been the guy who trained Nobu in season 1 and season 2 of Daredevil. I keep blanking on his name, but like, he could have been the head of the hand. You could have had Sawade be the head of the hand. Like you had these characters that, because we've never seen Sigourney Weaver's character. Okay, you had characters already established in the shows and in this show that are more powerful than Alexandra. Yes, I understand that her intellect and her intelligence and her knowledge of
that's
what
all it is.
Yeah, like,
that's all it is.
But at the same time, Madame Gao had the exact same thing. She knew about Iron Fist. She even knew about everyone in New York. She knew about the Devil of Hell's Kitchen. She knew about Luke Cage. She knew about Jessica Jones. She knew all these fools in and out. So why oh, his name was Murakami. Murakami. There we go. Murakami. Yeah. I'll call him Kami for short. Kami. But yeah, like, she knew all about all these cats. Like, why is it that Alexandra is the smart one? Like, why? I don't get it. I'm sorry. A white woman leading a rogues gallery from Kunglun. A white woman compared to a black dude, a Chinese woman, a Japanese nigga, and some Middle Eastern nigga, because I don't know what Bakudo is. He's probably Filipino. I don't know. He looks Latino, but
or Middle Eastern.
Or Middle East. Yeah, he's probably Middle Eastern. But yeah, like, I don't get it. I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I love Sigourney Weaver. I love her. Okay, she's hot mom, but I don't understand it. And on top of that, Elektra kills her. Like, what was the point? What was the point of Elektra coming and to becoming the head of the hand at that point? And why is Matt so gun-ho, like, and why is Matt so gun-ho saying, I can turn her back, she can become, like, dude, this is not Captain America Winter Soldier, okay? I don't need a Cap Bucky bromance again, okay? Yes, I know, she probably gave you some of the best sex ever, but this broad is legit trying to kill your friends. She killed your master, and she killed Stick right in front of you, and you're like, I can turn her. I got this. I can turn her. Nigga, she's Vader, okay? There's no going back. She's Vader with a booty, okay? Leave her alone.
I was gonna say Phoenix.
No. We're not. No.
It's not Jean Grey. That's Phoenix. That's the Phoenix. Jean Grey is gone.
Okay, wait. Are we talking comic book Phoenix, or are we talking movie Phoenix?
Movie Phoenix.
Shut up. Anyways, shut the hell up. Okay, but that's my problem. The show has the lack of villains, the like, Iron Fist just being a brat. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Finn Jones, and I've already said I'd rather have Scott Adkins be Iron Fist. I've said this up and down. Okay, I want Scott Adkins to be Iron Fist, but that never happened. I like Finn Jones. I like that with the proper writing, Finn Jones can be Danny Rand. But my God, why did he have to be such a brat? When niggas is telling him, when Luke Cage sat him down, I would think Luke Cage would have talked some sense into this fool. And he doesn't. Like, nigga, like, this nigga called you on your privilege, fam. That should have easily snapped you back into reality, saying, you're right. This is not about me. This is about these people. The hand sucks. We need to take them down. And they don't. And he complains and whines. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of Danny whining. And hopefully with season 2 of Iron Fist, now that Daredevil is kayfabe dead, because we know he's alive, Iron Fist will become the jokey character that we love in the comic book, in which he's not taking himself seriously, and he'll take himself seriously when he needs to, and he's joking around, and he'll probably smash Misty Knight and cheat on Colleen, because in the comic book, him and Misty Knight, he's going down her DMs. So yeah. But you want to talk about the ending. We're gonna wrap this up, but you want to talk about the ending, right?
Okay. Before we wrap it up, just basically.
What did you dislike? Yeah, I forgot about you.
Okay. I mean, just to add on to what you were saying about you see the difference between like Jessica Jones and also Luke Cage. Just as in choreography wise, when the fight choreography, it just seems like her style as a character, as when it comes to her fighting enemies, it seems so mediocre and so normal. Versus you look at the rest of the cast of how they taking on enemies, you see the art and the craft and the cleanness and the tightness in their techniques when it comes to their arts, basically with martial arts or whatever. You don't really see that more in Jessica Jones. It just seems like she's just a girl up the street and everything. You just basically like you say something like you go off on her on Twitter or whatever, this and everything. She meet up at your house and
she'll pull up on you,
grab here or whatever.
She'll pull up on you.
Step on you. It's just simple fighting or whatever, simple brawling. Versus just actually adding to some some taekwondo background or some kung fu or karate background. Just like a mixture of that into it. You don't really see that. You just see some plain old fighting. And just as in the character aspects between Jessica Jones and Luke Cage, there was a couple of scenes that I caught on where it seems like these are supposed to be like powerful characters. Just as in Jessica Jones, she has to have this super strength. She could jump really high. And you see certain moments where she will lift up like either a car or a desk or whatever, or even fighting enemies, and they'll be launching across the room. And there'll be certain moments that she don't do that to other enemies. Like you'll see her do it to one set of enemies, but when it comes to another set, she don't do that. Or it rather be just like either the hand or just basic like foes who's working with the hand. And that goes the same way with Luke Cage as well. Just as in you see basically all right, for instance, Luke Cage, just off of his series alone, where the first episode when he first came into his fight scene, where dude literally broke his hand of just trying to clock him, like literally in slow motion, trying to literally knock his jaw off, but in the midst of, because of his bulletproof skin, he literally broke his hand. And the only person that I could believe would actually do that to really cause damage when the afflicted pain on Luke Cage was actually Danny Rand, when he did use the power the power of the Iron Fist. And he literally launched him, because he made a couple of references in the series that he sure could take a punch or whatever. But you see just regular guys who's causing so much harm to Luke Cage, like he's just a dude off the streets or whatever.
In fair,
like he could take
real quick. I'm my fault. You can continue my fault.
Oh no. I mean that's pretty much it. Just everything. Just like certain parts. You see their powers, and you see that logically it makes sense or whatever. Because you can see the manifestation of their strength, but it's just certain moments in the fight scene, whether it's the clan of the hand or just the hand themselves, where you don't see their strength. You don't see the evidence of their power or their strength. Like they just getting whipped around like it ain't nothing. Where, like I said, with Luke Cage, when dude's supposed to hit him, every bone in their body's supposed to basically snap or whatever when they basically taking shots at him. Versus, I mean, I can understand the hand, like Madame Gao or Boruto or whatever, like those who actually use their powers, it could cause some type of effect to knock him down, or even Stick. Bottom mentioned he is a savage in this whole entire series.
To be fair with Stick just got Luke Cage super high, and Luke Cage is like, I'm knocked out, I'm done.
Yeah.
And, he got up to try to fight Elektra, and he legit got stomped in the dirt. But I think, but to answer your question about why Jessica Jones is the only one who's like fighting normally, is because remember, Jessica Jones is not a fighter. She isn't. Like, the difference between her and Luke Cage and everyone else is, with Daredevil and Iron Fist, they've had training, whether it's from Stick, whether it's from Kung Lun, or anything like that. Luke Cage is a brawler. Like, this dude is like he's a legit street fighter. Yeah. Like, because of the fact that he was doing street fighting in prison, like in those matches and stuff. Jessica Jones has never really been in a fight, and because of the fact that she just shows her powers off to show to a guy or woman or whoever, like, hey, don't mess with me, I can actually kill you. Yeah. Of course, Jessica Jones is not gonna fight. Like, you have some crazy looking white woman picking on the car. You think you're gonna fight her? You think a nigga's gonna fight some white chick picking up a car? Exactly. That's what I thought. Yeah, like if you saw If you saw Tommy Lahren pick up a damn car, would you try to fight her?
Oh no.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly. Don't get me wrong, I would, because I'm sorry, I'm not trying to get political, but you know what I mean. If Tommy Lahren, I'm not going to, but yeah, like if you saw that broad pick up a car like Jessica Jones or Luke Cage, you ain't gonna fight her. I ain't gonna fight her. Screw that. I'll hire a nigga to shoot her, but.
Because it's okay, because it's like, all right, for example, if Tammy Lahren knows to do that and everything, that would just prove that she backs up what she says. Because all the mess that she's been talking for a while and everything, and just to see the evidence, like, just like you just described, yeah, she'll back up what she's saying and everything. Like, literally, don't.
We gotta get off this because I don't want to go political. But no. That'll trigger me, and I'm gonna go on a rant about that, but that's a different story. The point is, the point is, yeah, Jessica Jones is not a fighter. Now the ending, because I know you have questions about the ending.
Yeah.
Real quick, we're gonna wrap this up in a minute. So, what was your take on the ending? Like, the explosion, the building came down, Inner Circle's been destroyed.
My heart sunk.
Inner Circle's been destroyed. Misty Knight's missing an arm, and Daredevil and Elektra were stuck underground. So, what was your thoughts on the ending?
Okay, I was really engaged to the end, and just as in, like, I was really going out there, like, please, I was just basically a part of the cast, just as in, please, like, don't die, but it's just like, you just see the evidence of everything, just like, there's no way nobody surviving that, literally, no, I mean, you literally, like, how many miles did it go on?
I don't know, I'm not a geologist, I'm not an architect, so I don't know. All you need to know, there was just a big hole after that was over.
Yeah, just imagine a very, very tall building and you really, really on the ground just collapse on top of you, because you can't imagine anybody survive that. And as for Misty, losing her arm, just in joking reference, I think she's gonna be, the female, literally the female Iron Fist. Just like, I don't know, they could create a bionic arm or whatever. And she's really just gonna do some action with that arm, but I don't know. I mean, that was just a joke or whatever. But yeah, I was just engaged. I was sad, like, it's like, dang, like, Daredevil was dead or whatever.
Bro, you already know. You already know Misty's gonna get her bionic arm. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because they ain't gonna just leave her armless. They gonna basically give her artificial metallic arm or whatever. So
like, bro, Danny Rand is a billionaire playboy, bro. Like, you honestly think, nigga, he ain't gonna like call like Tony Stark, like, Mr. Stark, my name's Danny Rand. I need a bionic arm now. Stat made of vibranium.
And I mean, I was about to say that too and everything, because Colleen, she did say that basically, in a way, it's like everything's taken care of, everything is paid for.
Danny owns the hospital, bro.
He owns the hospital, so it's just like, you don't have to worry anything. So if you need an arm, I got you.
You finna get a metal arm, girl. I want to see Colleen and because I really want to see Colleen and Misty Knight team up, because they do it in the comic book. I like so is that all you can say about? Is that all you want to say about the ending? Because I can go into more detail.
Go ahead.
Okay. I honestly, when that whole scene happened, I was like, a part of me was like, I hope Elektra stays dead. Because I think she's done her time. We don't need to see more of Elektra after this. I will say that I was happy knowing that Daredevil is alive, because they just announced a couple of days ago that season 3 of Daredevil, which I'm very excited for now, they're doing the Born Again Daredevil arc, and which is my favorite arc of Daredevil other than Guardian Devil and the Back in Black. Because Born Again is essentially a revolution. If the Man Without Fear didn't revolutionize Daredevil's mythos, Born Again perfects it. And Born Again came out about a few years before The Man Without Fear. And I won't go into spoiler detail about that. If you guys haven't read it, read Born Again. Find it and read it. It's amazing. And do you know who they were calling for Daredevil when he's waking up? You know who they're calling for, right?
I'm
gonna tell you. You want me to tell you?
Go ahead.
His mama.
No way.
Daredevil's mama is a nun.
No way.
I found that out when I read Guardian Devil. I totally forgot. When I read Guardian Devil, I'm like, wait, Daredevil's mom is part of is a nun? Are you serious? Okay, cool. So Daredevil's mom, like it or not, is going to help him become Daredevil again. The Daredevil that we need from the comic book. The Daredevil the Daredevil that needs to be perfect. She's going to probably teach him how to be that. Because what I do like about this show is that it really does touch on Matt Murdock's faith, because Matt Murdock is a devout Irish Catholic, and so he has the qualms of the things he has to go through as a man of faith. And with his mom, she's probably gonna help him restore faith, because let's just face it, Elektra is a lost cause at this point. And that's what they pretty much set up. They set up the Born Again story arc for season 3 of Daredevil. They set up Iron Fist becoming the new player in Hell's Kitchen to save Hell's Kitchen from bad guys. And they also set up that, likely or not, Luke Cage and Jessica Jones may get back together. I'm not sure. And yeah, so I'm really happy. I was happy with the ending. I'll say that right now. And going back to what we were talking about, how Misty's about to get her metal arm. Oh yeah, Misty Knight's finna get her metal arm, bruh. Like it's a given fact. Someone's gonna die, because they're going to try to do the thing where they're gonna have what happens in the comic book happen in the show. So you will, at one point, you might see Danny smash Misty Knight. You probably gonna see Luke Cage get his vanilla latte second round again. And yeah, so that's pretty much. That's all I got on my notes. A score from 1 to 10. What would you get the show?
I give it a 3.
Out of 10?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
What? Okay, explain why.
I just said it at the beginning. Why call it Defenders? You might as well just call it Iron Fist.
Well, okay. Explain why you give a 3 out of 10, not 3 out of 5, a 3 out of 10.
Hello.
Yes, I said. So you're essentially giving the show a 3 out of 10, not 3 out of 5, a 3 out of 10.
Okay. Like I said, I like the characters. I like the story. The dialogue. Pretty much in certain characters, whatever. Just as in. I don't know. Just like when it comes to differentiality, between basically the motives or whatever. I don't know if this is just gonna. I don't know if Defender's just gonna see how it does well, and it's gonna continue to a season 2, or whatever. It's like I don't know, or whatever. But it just as in where it's just the whole aspect of it focusing on, on basically Iron Fist, storyline, and basically to actually, I don't know. Madame Gal might be still alive, but
she's alive. She's alive. She's alive.
Actually, defeating the hand, because I was just counting down each hand member was dying. I was like, then there was 4. Then there was 3. Then there was 2. Then
the last stand, Madame Gal.
Madame Gal. So just as in, it was just 2 folks. It's like I get it. So that was just my opinion.
It's fine. We can agree to disagree. So you're saying 3 out of 10, right? You say the show is trash?
Only because it mostly focuses on, like I said, you might as well just call it Iron Fist, because it mostly focused, on Iron Fist.
So you're giving okay, 3 out of 10. The show is trash. Yes or no?
No, it's not trash.
Then why would you give it?
It's on the borderline.
You're giving it a 3 out of 10. Do you realize how bad a 3 out of 10 is? That's like saying the show is awful.
And actually, it still has hope.
Okay, we'll talk about that later. I'm gonna give my review. I think the show, in spite of Danny Rand being the focus of the show, I love the chemistry between all 4 of them. I'm excited to see potential stuff that's gonna happen. I cannot wait for season 3 of Daredevil. I cannot wait for season 2 of Jessica Jones and Luke Cage and Iron Fist. I want to see more Luke Cage and Iron Fist on screen. I want to see Jessica Jones may or may not have a good one night stand in the DMs with Matt Murdock if she finds out he's alive. I want to see Luke Cage get some more of his Dominican Republican coffee. Or something like that. I don't remember what Rosario Dawson's character supposed to be. I think she's Dominican. I'm not sure. But I love supporting.
All right, quick question.
What?
After quote unquote pretty much the hand finish, and if they it's obvious they are gonna make a season 2 of Iron Fist. Is it gonna basically continue on that timeline from the Defenders of Searching for the Hand where they left off season 1?
Probably not because of the fact that Danny's friend, what was his name again?
Start with a D.
Demonos, Darius, whatever his name is. They're going to have him fight him because he becomes the serpent, which is one of Iron Fist's most dangerous foes. So yeah, of course they're going to have him fight someone from the Hand. Well, he's not going to be part of the Hand, but likely or not, he's being Davos. There we go. Davos. Yeah, like he's gonna fight Davos, and now that he's having Ward's sister side with him to take Danny down, of course they're gonna have him fight someone from the Hand, because Black Serpent, or whatever the hell his name is, I think it's called Steel Serpent. Steel Serpent is pretty much the Iron Fist for the Hand. So we'll find out more about that. But again, in spite of my negative comments, in spite of the fact that Elektra and Iron Fist, all that stuff, I think the show was good. Again, the show, I scale things differently than GC. I'm gonna give the show roughly like a 7. I'll give it 7. That means it's good. The show is good. It has great elements and everything like that. But it's just those little things about the show irks me. And Danny being a pab, which is a punk, what. But even when he was not doing that, I really liked the chemistry with him and Mike Coulter. So that's just me. And yeah, guys, that's our review. It was a long one. It was a very long one. I will say this. You want to know the one part of the show that made me cry?
What?
This part where Luke Cage goes to that dude's mama's house, and she gets the call that he got killed in prison, and she drops the phone, and she's like, my baby's gone, and Luke Cage is hugging her tight, and I'm like, damn.
Wait a minute.
What?
He got killed in prison?
No, what happened? Remember the start of the show, Luke Cage was trying to help that one kid because it was that chick's the chick from season 1 of Luke Cage who was gonna help take Mariah down, and Shades shot her in the face. Remember, dude, do you remember the season finale of Luke Cage when the girl who's the only witness who can testify against Mariah, she got shot in the face? And from Shades,
I thought she got shot in the head.
Well, you know what I mean. She got shot in the head. Well, that was her little brother who got killed.
You talking about the beginning? I thought you was talking about
the only reason why Luke Cage even decided to fight the Hand, essentially, that was his only reason. He wanted to protect the streets of Harlem while taking out the Hand.
Oh yeah, because New York was about to get destroyed.
It was to get lit up, but yeah. That scene with the mama crying like, my baby is gone! Oh, my baby's is gone! Dude, I cry. I legit, water start coming out of my eyes. I'm like, no mother should ever get a phone call saying, all my kids are dead.
Not only that, they left the burnt car there and left that as a memorial.
That was sad too, but yeah, other than that, yeah, I give the show a 7. It was good. It had problems. I fairly admit that. It has me more excited for season 3 of Daredevil because they're gonna do Born Again, and I'm very excited for Born Again. Born Again is one of my favorite Daredevil comic books, and yeah, so yeah, guys, that was our Defenders review. So yeah, thank you guys very much. Thank you for those who came by. We had quite a few people come in to listen to us, rant and rave about Defenders. So yeah, if you enjoyed the show, if you enjoyed our review, let us know in the comment section. What did you guys think of Defenders? Did you like it? Did you hate it? What did you think went wrong? What did you think went right with the show? Let us know in the comment section below if you made it this far. And as always, guys, don't forget to follow me on YouTube, follow me on Twitch, and follow me on Twitter at TheRecklessFox. And also be sure to follow my boy.
You can follow me on YouTube at MrGodChild15. Also follow my Twitch at GodChild15. Also follow my Twitter and my Instagram, which is Godchild_15.
Okay. Alright, and other than that, guys, yeah, so get ready for Season 3 of Daredevil, which should be coming out hopefully next year with Season 2 of Jessica Jones. Oh, and we still got Punisher. We still got Punisher to do later in the fall. I'm really excited about that too. I'm ready to watch Punisher just put people out of their misery. That's my gung ho. Kill you a rapist or a murderer? Kill that fool.
Right.
So yeah.
And this is the same. Is this the same Punisher that was in the Daredevil series?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
They got Shane from Walking Dead come back.
Okay, cool.
So yeah. Until then, guys. Yeah. This is Reckless Fox and
Boy, GC.
You're killing me, Smalls. Until then, guys, as always, peace out, bless up, keep our record things $20 or less, and we'll see you on the next review, I guess.
Peace.
Yeah. By the way, screw X-Men. Deuces.